Hi guys, I think I finally got everything working. I don't know what the deal was. My computer and my phone weren't wanting to talk to each other. And then all of a sudden, I hear the dogs barking, a knock at the door, and my order from yesterday's here. It actually got here earlier than it was supposed to. Last time it was like 4 hours late. This time it's early. So what I'm going to do, originally I was going to do my unboxing live at 12:30. I'm going to move that to 12 o'clock. Noon was what I originally wanted to do, and I thought I'd probably better add half an hour just in case, especially when they start telling me when to get here till noon. It's here 2 hours early, so I'm going to go back to doing a noon live with my unboxing. So if you want to see all the goodies I got, then you'll want to make sure you check that out. Let me get all my stuff up here. I'm so happy my new stuff's here. So I've got it in my classroom. I have not opened it. What I think I will do, it makes the unboxing go a little easier. I probably will get everything out and kind of put it together with their sweets, but I won't open anything up, so I won't get to actually look at it. I'll be looking at it the first time with you. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here. So glad I got everything working. Oh, I got to turn this down. There's so many things you have to turn down when you do these. There we go. Could hear my tablet going, and that would have gone crazy. Okay, this video, I'm just so excited when the UPS guy got here. So I'll be live at noon showing you all the new stuff I just ordered yesterday. And then I'm going to hurry up and make a couple cards, and I'll do a live at 4 o'clock using the You're a Peach suite. And at 7 o'clock, this is all Eastern time, doing a card for the Expressions in Ink suite. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to switch screens real quick. I want to make sure I remind you about my promo in case you missed my lives yesterday. And if you did, I did 5 lives yesterday. If you're looking on Facebook, just scroll down and you can find them. Or you can look on YouTube and you'll see, just look under my thing, it says past live streams, and you'll see all of them there. Okay, my promo is if you place an order by the end of the day tomorrow, if you place a $50 order using host code TSKZFGVY, and I always forget to put that in the video description. I promise I will do that in all my videos as soon as this is over. That's the one thing I keep forgetting to add. If you place a $50 order using that host code, I will send you 18 4x6 pieces of new DSP. It'll be a variety, and it'll come from different packs. So that way you get a little sampling of some of the new DSP, and you are going to love them, I promise you. And with a $75 order, you'll still get the DSP, and you'll get to choose any embellishment in the catalog, annual catalog, for up to $7 for free. And then with a $150 order, for those of you who don't know, that qualifies you for a party order. So do not use that host code, because I want you to still get those Stampin' rewards from Stampin' Up. And then I will still give you the 2 freebies, and you'll get the Stampin' rewards. Now, if you bump it up to $250, Stampin' Up is doing a new deal right now until June 14th. You place a $250 order, or you do a workshop that reaches that, you will get your Stampin' rewards plus an extra $25 rewards from Stampin' Up, and I'll still give you those freebies. So that's, let me look this up. This is, there we go. Yeah, that's the Connect, Craft, and Collect $25. If any $250 order before shipping and tax will get you an extra $25 in rewards, and I took advantage of that yesterday. Okay, let's start looking at the Beauty of the Earth suite. I love this suite. And let me get my chat back up for YouTube. There we go. Hi, it says Bevy's Craft Plans. I'm not sure what your first name is. Probably Bevy's. I'm glad you're here. And, okay, so now I've got all the chat up so I can see everybody good. So we've got the Beauty of the Earth. So many things you can do with this. How many like tree sets? I love tree sets. You can do so much with them. They make great masculine cards. They make great Christmas cards. Oh, hi, Danette. Glad you're back. She was here yesterday. And then we've got, oh, what else can you do at Christmas? If you love to camp, this would be perfect for your scrapbooks pages for camping. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I will start showing you everything that's in the suite. Because yes, these pictures look great, and I love the samples. The samples are really pretty. But you can't see everything about the paper, and there's some neat things about the paper that I want you to see. So let me get this out of the way. First, I'll show you the bundle. And you can get an idea how big these trees are. I mean, well, here, let me show you a card I made earlier. See how big? This was made with these 2 dies here and this big trunk here that go behind it. Isn't that neat? And look how big it is. It almost covers up the whole card. So that gives you an idea how big those dies are. And I used the DSP to get the different colors. There was one sample that was in the catalog that used the fall color type one, and I used the one that had a bunch of green trees in it. So I thought that made the tree look really special. So if you want to, I already did a video on this, and I've got a link to that video below in the video description, so you can watch that if you want to learn how to make that card. So that's the bundle. The bundle itself is $52, and that saves you 10% versus buying these separately. If you buy the whole suite, which includes this bundle, the Designer Series paper, and the Bark 3D Embossing Folder. Oh, I should have gotten that out because I just got that with this order. I wasn't able to get it with the pre-order. But if you get those, all three of those things, then it's $73.50. Now let me show you, and all of the suite is on page 10 through 11. So I can't show you the Bark folder. If I've been thinking I would have hurried up and gone through the box and gotten that out. But I can't wait to use it. And I would have used it on this card, and I'll tell you where I would have used it. And here is this beautiful paper, and that's actually the paper I used to get this tree. That's the paper I used. Oh, hi, Linda. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, tree. I think a lot of people love tree cards. They're just so much fun to make. But isn't this gorgeous? Now, I can tell once again, my video is doing some weird things. The colors don't look quite right. They're really rich looking. I really like them a lot. I think I'm finding out a big 12 by 12 piece messes up the coloring in my phone. I'm due a new phone here real soon, so I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I think it's starting to go tired on me, especially after all those lives I did yesterday. Of course, you need a wood grain. That would be perfect for die cutting the tree, too. And we've got this one. I love that there's some blues. Mary Merlot is in this. I'm actually using Misty Moonlight and Mary Merlot in the card today. Isn't that pretty? Having that as a background for the sky. So pretty. And then we've got this one. Oh, yeah, Linda, isn't it the DSP wonderful? It's beautiful. So we've got this one. This one is so pretty. I wish it's showing it pretty good in the video, but it's a lot richer colors. I really like that. I can definitely see some winter cards, scrapbook pages, Christmas cards with that one for sure. This one would be perfect for fall. I love that it covers the whole, and this would be a good one to do that tree with the fall. That's what they used in the catalog. So you've got fall, you've got winter, you've got summer, you've got spring. You can use it all year long. And we've got this one. And you could just do a strip, or you could just cut out a strip as a little focal point for your card. I like that. And this neat, I love that watercolor look. They've got that on a lot of our Designer Series paper now. Now this is the one I'm going to be using in the catalog. Let me show you the other side here real quick. Oops, isn't that cool? Oh, I love that. That could definitely be a whole scrapbook page, just put some stuff on it. That's pretty. So I want to show you the trick with this one. Now they've made it so you can just cut this across at 6 inches. So you've got two pieces. Let me grab one. That's the 6-inch, cut in half. And then you can cut it down for a card, which is what I did. So there's this one. So I just took off the top of it so it didn't have as much white now, because this is a little too tall for a card. You could take a half an inch off, or this one I ended up taking, oh, let's see, what did I take off? About 3/4, between 3/4 and an inch off the top. And then this is going to be the background for my card. So I wanted to tell you that. That's really neat how they've got that. That's something you can't see in the catalog. You need to see that whole sheet to be able to see that. Okay, so now that we're ready, I'm going to use some dies too that are not in the suite. These are tailor-made tag dies. I think that's what they're called. Yes, it's on page 166 in the catalog for $22. Love these tags. I love that they've got, I haven't used these yet. Actually, this is the first card I've used the tags. But you've got little, if you've seen the tags, I have the little like brown, like library tags. You have little colors to put on the whole of the tag just to make a different color. And they've got circle ones for this one. I love the graduated sizes. Nice set. It will go with any of our stamp sets. Oh, Linda, yeah, I noticed that you were not, I remember you being in some of my other lives. I had quite a few lives yesterday. I think today's going to go a little better. Yesterday went good. I was so tired. I got to bed late Monday night, and I was out of my mind by the end of the day. I got a full night's sleep. I was so happy, so I'm doing really good this morning. So let's go ahead and start making this card now. And like I said, I'm using some different colors because when you look at this paper, it's got Cinnamon Cider, Mary Merlot, Misty Moonlight. Oh, that's probably the lighter blues are Misty Moonlight, and the darkers are Night and Navy. I wouldn't have thought to do a tree with Mary Merlot and Misty Moonlight, but I really like the effect. So that's what I'm going to use on my card. Okay, I'm going. This is a 5.5 by 8.5. And I'll put this here. You want to line up your corners. I know I say that all the time, but I never know if I have somebody new that's new to card making. I think that's the easiest way to fold it in half is to make sure those corners are lined up. Don't worry about the side. Once you've got the corners, you're good. Okay, we'll put this over to, nope, we can go ahead and put some stuff on this card. I'm going to grab that beautiful paper right here. And this one is a 4 by 5 1/4. So I just wanted a real narrow border. So this is kind of an odd size. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So let's get some seal on here. We'll see how long this seal goes. Last night it was almost gone, but it's still got some on there. I'm going to use every bit of it up. You don't want to waste that adhesive. And sometimes it looks like it's about out and it lasts me for a couple more cards, so it might last me the rest of the day. We'll see. But I've got a refill handy just in case. So we've got this on. And, oh, and Linda, I think I got, let's just be Linda Hodge. I've got 2 Lindas. I've got a Linda on Facebook and one on YouTube. Linda Hodge, yeah, you said you missed me yesterday, but I've got all of them on YouTube still, so you can watch those. Whenever you miss a live, I'm so glad that they pop up recorded so you can watch them anytime in case you can't be there live. Because I know everybody's got to work, busy lives. It's hard to get there when it's live. So I appreciate all of you guys that are here right now. This is a lot of fun. I've got more people to talk to. Okay, so now we've got that all on. See, that makes a pretty card just right there. You can put a little greeting on there and you're done. But we're going to do more than that. I'm going to grab, let's see, what do I want to do next? Let's get the stamping done first. Now, I'm going to actually do all of the trees with this card. So that way you can see what they all look like. This is going to be the inside of my card. It's a basic white 4 by 5 1/4. Grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. Oops, I meant to grab a new grid paper. You can tell I did a lot of stamping yesterday. Okay, so now I'm going to grab, let's see here. We want this stamp here. And I'm using Early Espresso. I'm going to stamp this here in the bottom left corner. But I'm going to move it over to the right just a little bit because I want to be able to see all of the leaves because they kind of spread out a little wider than the tree. So I've got it over just a little bit. I think that's all the Early Espresso we're going to need. Now, this is when I use the color scheme I didn't ever think I'd use. I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. And this is the one that's a little bit darker. It's Mary Merlot and Misty Moonlight are kind of the same dark, I don't know if you want to say darkness, but shade. There we go, that's probably better. But I'm going to do the more detailed stamp with the Misty Moonlight first. And being photopolymer, you can see right where you're stamping it. So we've got that blue. Never thought I'd stamp a tree blue. Then we're going to grab the Mary Merlot. And I do not use the Mary Merlot enough. I love this color. I just get busy with other colors and forget about it, and I don't know why, because like I said, I love dark red. Dark reds are my favorite. Cherry Cobbler is probably my favorite. This one's got a little purple to it. I really like it. Doesn't that look neat? I mean, that's just the Mary Merlot and the Misty Moonlight. So that is making it so it's going to match up with that card. Isn't that cool? I love getting new color combos from our designer series paper. Let Stampin' Up! Do the work for me. Okay, then we're going to put this on the inside of the card. Make sure I'm in the screen. Sometimes I get it too close to me and it's out of the screen. Okay, so now we're going to finish up this front. We're going to do some die cutting. And I did everything. Oh, I take that back. I want to stamp. We need to stamp those trees. Let me get this back in here. I need to stamp the top of the tree. So this one, I'm going to use this tree, and it's got the same type thing. It's got one's a little more detailed and one that's not. I'm going to grab the more detailed one and do that with the Misty Moonlight. Got ready to say Misty Merlot. That didn't work. So there we've got the Misty Moonlight. Grab this Mary Merlot. Line that up. Okay, and then we've got that. I just think that is so pretty. Okay, love those colors together. Now, I forgot to get my dies out. We need to get this one here and this one. And I'm also going to be using this one for my greeting. So those are all the dies we're going to use. And with the tag dies, I'm going to be using the largest one right here on this side. Either one of these would have worked, but that was the one I decided to use. Of the large ones, that is. We have one more thing to stamp, and then I'll get my die cutting machine out. This is just a, you could use a scrap. I think this is like a 3x1, which works fine, but you can definitely just grab a scrap. We want to use up our scraps. I know I have a ton. Stamp that right there. And now we'll do some die cutting. Now, everything I'm doing, I can use my mini. Again, I like being able to use my mini because it fits in the screen a lot better. We're going to do, let's do some die cutting, and then we're going to do some embossing too. So everything needs to start off with platform number 1. And then I'll grab the one that's got most of my cuts for the bottom. Grab this one. And hopefully I'm in the screen here. Let me move that up. You really don't need to see it come out. You need to see me lining it up more. We'll put this right here. Get that image right in that center so the edges of the die are all the way around. You don't see any white showing. Put that on gently so it doesn't move. And we've got our tree. Now we're going to, let's go ahead and die cut this out. Once again, the same sandwich. I have to keep looking at my screen because I know I'm getting out. I'm going to put this on here. And with rectangles, it's actually easier to have a corner go in first. It cuts better. It's easier on your machine. So I've got that lined up. I think it's because you're putting a smaller, oops, it moved on me. Hold on a minute. My cutting pads are starting to warp on me. This one is kind of bowed up right now, so it's easy for it to move. There we go. Might have to break out another cutting pad. This one's getting to work out. There we go. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in the video or not, but there's like a little indentation all the way around, so you've got a little bit of a frame with that. I like it when dies do that. Now we're going to grab a piece of early espresso. Got 2 more things to die cut. I'm going to turn this over. Sometimes it's easier when it's going this direction, like a valley on there instead of a hill. I'm going to grab, now this is when I would have used the bark embossing folder that's I got in my box right now. Boy, I can't wait to open that up with you at noon. So those of you that came in late, my order from yesterday got here a little early. I did the next day air, but I didn't think it was going to get here till noon, and it's got here already. So I'm moving my live up to noon today, Eastern time. And I'll get everything out, but I haven't opened it up because I want to go through everything with you. But I think if I had my bark embossing folder now, I would have used it, and then that would have put some wood grains in the trunk for me. But that's okay, it still looks good without it. But it would have looked better. It'd be a step up. Okay, now one more thing we're going to die cut, and then we're going to do some embossing, is the tag. So this is a piece of cinnamon cider. It's 2.5 by 4.5. I'm going to kind of angle that a little bit. Actually, yeah, we'll angle it a little bit. It doesn't have to angle much because that'll get a little corner going in first. It really works better that way. Make sure the paper is still going to be able to go through, though. Don't want it hanging off too much. There we go. And then we have a perfect tag, and it already die cut a hole out for us. I love it when dies make our job easier. Okay, now we're going to get this ready for embossing. Yesterday, I made a card using the Meadow Moments folders, and I'm going to use them again. This is the one I used yesterday, had the butterflies. This one has some leaves right here, just like a border. So I'm going to grab my tag and put that in there. You can kind of see it better. Get it to where it looks good to you. I think I'll do that because I kind of like having a little more leaves showing over here. And to do this, you need the number 1 again. And then the machine comes with 2 different gray embossing folders. One is narrow. The dark gray one is for the 3D embossing folders. And for the regular folders, which are these, you use the light gray one because it's a little thicker. So you use one, put the folder in with the cardstock, and you always want to put your embossing folder in fold first because that protects your embossing folders from cracking on you. back before I knew that, I ruined a couple of them that way because this got all torn up and it ended up coming apart. And there we go. Isn't that neat? I love that folder. Sometimes I forget to get these out. These little folders are really good, and you can use those on a full size for the front of your card too. Like this would look pretty on a 4 by 5 1/4 and just would have leaves across the side. Okay, we're all done die cutting. So now we'll get the rest of this on here. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I'm glad you like the color combo. I get to working and forget to look at my comments. Yeah, the color combo is gorgeous. Can't take credit for it, but I don't mind. I like it when Stampin' Up helps me out. Okay, let me see what I want to do next. Okay, I actually just made this last night. I had all the cards made Monday except for this one. And then I'll be spending the afternoon making cards with my new stuff for tonight's videos. Okay, let's grab, oh, there it is. Good, I was afraid I lost this. Something else I want to show you. We've got a Baker's Twine Essential Pack. So we always need twine, and I like having all these neutrals. This is white, basic white, very vanilla. I think this is gray granite. I meant to look that up, and I can't remember. I think that's the gray that is. Basic black, and then crumb cake. And I'm using the crumb cake. And this is about an 8-inch piece. So I'm going to fold it in half, and it's really soft. I really like this Baker's Twine. I thought, oh, it's just Baker's Twine, but it is nice and soft, and it's easy to work with. I really like that. Okay, I'm going to have the fold part go through. Now, I'm not going to do what I've done before where you slip this through the hoop. I decided to do something different. I'm just going to tie this up at the top in a double knot. So there's my single knot. See if I can get a hold of it here. And my double knot. Okay, so we've got that there. Now I wanted to have two pieces over here. So what I'm going to do is grab my scissors and cut that little loop. It's just easier to fold it in half because then you don't have two pieces coming apart on you while you're tying. And there we go. So I thought that looked really neat. So let's go ahead and put this on the card base with our seal. Another thing I love about our seal, I brag about it a lot. It works so well with the embossed layers. That's one thing, oops, with this seal, the snail that we had, I would have things up on my shelf, and anything that was embossed that I glued with the snail would fall off eventually. Now, it is down here in my basement. That might have something to do with it. It gets humid down here sometimes, but I haven't had any trouble with the seal. It keeps it on, no problem. So we've got that on now. We will grab this, and I'm going to use glue dots with this because I don't want any adhesive showing in these openings here. Now there is a stamp, well, the stamp that we used on the inside of the card. I could have done that and die cutted it, but I wanted to have the brown without a white border around it. So I'm going to find some big spaces. There's a big space here. And let's see, let's do the one down, oops, down here. And then I'm going to put one right down here near the bottom, not all the way to the bottom of my trunk. And that should be plenty. That'll keep it on the card. I'm going to put it on here, and I want the bottom of the trunk to hang off the edge of my tag just a little bit. That was just the look I was going for, and it helps the tree fit better too. Then we're going to grab this. I'm going to use basic black, since this is all a dark color combo. And the neat thing with the basic black, you get 2 sheets at the regular size, 2 sheets of the mini, and I'm going to need the minis here for the rest of, for my greeting, because it's a narrow rectangle. We'll take these off. Oop, don't want to cover that up. And we're going to put this on like so. I want it to be below that hole right there. There we go, so that way we can show off that it really is a tag. And to top it off, now we're going to put this on. So let's put a mini glue dot, and because, not glue dot, dimensional. The reason, since we've got little ones, this kind of leaves a really long gap here, and I don't want that to cave in on me. So we'll put one here in the middle. But those mini ones fit perfectly on this rectangle. I could have cut the big ones in half, but don't need to since I got the mini ones. And I'm going to put this right across here. Before I push it down, I'll make sure it's kind of centered. It's about the same amount hanging off each side of the tag. There we go, and that's it. I've been making all these cards easy. I'll make more elaborate ones later, but I really liked the color combo on this. It is so pretty. It's so out of the box. So that is my Beauty of the Earth Suite showcase. And here's the other card I made. And like I said, there's a link to the video for this one. I made this one last week. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I do want to tell you about my online classes real quick. I've got one going on for the Hand Pen Suite online class, and I did a live on that yesterday. So you might want to look that up if you missed it. Doing a card there and showing off another card that I'd made with it. And you can find out about that by clicking on the online link. I keep on saying online store. My online class link below in the video description, and I'll tell you how you can get that class for free, or there are two versions that you can pay a fee for. Oh, Linda, good. I'm glad I was able to inspire you. I love to hear that. And then it's also got a schedule for my other 3 that are coming up. Okay, well, that's it for this video. I'm going to get everything cleaned up and get set up, and I will be back at noon Eastern Time unboxing all my goodies so you can see the stuff with me together. It's always a lot more fun doing it together. So I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, good, Danette. I'm glad you like those hand pen cards. I'm glad to hear that. See you guys all in about an hour and a half, a little less than an hour and a half. Bye.